Hello and welcome to Learn with Swasti. We are doing paper 1, the paper 1 of 7th July 2024, and this is set B. So let's begin with CDP, and in case these series are providing you with any kind of benefit, do give it a like, and you can also put in a comment. So growth in height and weight of children is an example of quantitative change. It is not qualitative, it is not affective or cognitive. This is a quantitative change. As per Piaget, pre-operational stage is characterized by, so this is characterized by symbolic play and animism. Conservation comes in the concrete operational stage. Classification and seriation will also come in the concrete operational stage. Imitation and reversibility also comes in the concrete operational stage. So in the pre-operational stage, we have symbolic play and animism. What is the primary purpose of asking critical thinking questions? So it is to promote higher level thinking and problem solving. Assessment is not the reason. Memorization is a negative tag word and it is not for procedural knowledge. Heredity totally determines an individual's. So only one, that is only sex, because gender is a social concept. Academic success is based on your ability or environment. Learning style is again based on yourself. So only heredity is based on, so sex is the only heredity. Feral children, those who experience several human social deprivation since very young age, usually have delayed or hindered development despite rehabilitation. So even if you rehabilitate, they don't change. So this period wherein development is significantly influenced by environment, this is known as the sensitive period. Which of the following would support continuous and comprehensive evaluation? We're talking about CCE. So growth and learning progress portfolio. See, no standardized, we don't want anything, but a portfolio is one in which you do not take only the best, you take all. So therefore, growth and learning progress portfolio would be the best answer. According to Vygotsky's theory, which of the following is a recommended approach in order to optimize students' learning and learning experience? So providing support which is just beyond their current level of understanding should be the correct answer. Completely unrelated, no. They can manage and complete individually, no. And leave them to struggle, no. Learners feel engaged and actively involved in process of learning when their activities are related to their context. So focus is repetition, memorization, no. Ignored, no. And prior knowledge is discarded. So this is a easier one because the other options are quite bad. According to Vygotsky, children regulate their own behavior, so they do this through the use of inner speech. Jagriti has learned that her dog Rusty is a golden retriever. When she sees another dog that looks similar but is different breed, she calls it a dog too. So according to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, what does this demonstrate? This is called assimilation, where she has learned to assimilate the fact that uh, this is the other breed is a dog, it's a different breed, but it's still a dog. Which of the following is correct in context of gifted children? Uh, I'm going to go with gifted children learn at comparatively advanced pace than other students. This is always correct. They're always happy, popular, well adjusted. No. Free from risk of learning disability. They might have other learning disabilities. So a lot of autistic children are gifted children. Okay? And they excel at all areas of academic and social and emotional. This may not be true. So I'm going to go with option 3. That is, they learn at comparatively advanced pace than other students. So learning is basically happening. Assertion and reason, teachers should constantly examine their own attitudes and biases. This is very true. The process of problem solving is inert. This is also true, but they're not related to each other. So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. While Talking about her poor marks in mathematics, Avi says, I just don't have the sense for numbers. Avi is attributing his performance to, so this is lack of ability because he is taking the onus that I don't have the sense for numbers. Another assertion and reason, teachers should provide emotional support to children in the classroom to ensure effective learning. Absolutely. Emotions and cognitions are related to each other, correct. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Which of the following sequence represents of content? So this is based on Bruner's theory, where you basically talk about the fact that first you learn through actions, the child will learn through actions, then he will have an image, and then he will have a symbol. Okay, so first he holds things and realizes this is an apple, then he can see a picture, and then he can see the symbol, which is apple. So it is action based, image based, symbol based. Preconceived generalizations about behavior of various genders are called, this is called a gender stereotype. Classroom pedagogy should be culturally responsive to meet the needs of students from diverse cultural backgrounds. Absolutely. Equity in classroom can be ensured only through standardized curriculum. No. So A is true and R is false. Howard Gardner's concept of intelligence implicates that intelligence has only one dimension. No, only about practical learning. Everyone processes and understands the world in the same way. So the correct answer is human beings differ in their abilities in different domains. Repetitive and ritualistic behavior. This is a sign, a characteristic of autism spectrum disorder. Which of the following is correct about the process of learning according to socio-constructivist theory? Learning occurs only in the classroom. No. It's a passive process. No. It is a social process and meaning making, individualistic process, isolation. So the correct answer is learning is a social process of meaning making. Which of the following statement best describes the role of a teacher in a progressive education? So the teacher is a facilitator. Prescribed curriculum, no. Leaves the children on their own. Primary source of knowledge, no. So the teacher is a facilitator. Which of the following is not a characteristic, they've asked, of a well-formulated critical thinking question? So it is based primarily on factual information. This will not be a good critical thinking question. It will require analysis and evaluation. It will promote higher order thinking, and it will allow for open-ended. Teachers should focus on asking questions in the classroom and encouraging children to ask questions rather than give directions. Very true. Child-centered pedagogy means opportunities, giving opportunities to children's voices and ensuring their participation. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation for A. 24. In an inclusive classroom, all children have access and are included. This should be the correct answer. Special children, no. All children follow the same curriculum, no. Special children are always looked upon. So all children have access to and are included in classroom activities. Children with learning difficulties typically, okay. So typically they will have confusion with respect to letters and alphabets that look alike. I'm not sure about dyscalculia. They may not have very low IQ. Poor sight is not the problem, and they can regulate their emotions. So they have confusion with letters and alphabets, and also sometimes with numbers. So only letters and alphabets, I don't know why it has been put, but I'll go with the option of having confusion with letters and alphabets. While some children start babbling and uttering 2-word sentences at 12 months, others don't do this till they are 20 months old. Correct? Developmental milestones are only suggestive, yes, and development of individual children can be quite varied. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Which pedagogical approach would be adopted by children who firmly believe in constructivism to teach concepts of floating and sinking? So, guided discovery would be the best. PowerPoint, lecture, no. Showing videos, no. But when they discover it themselves, that would be the best. So, when presented with Heinz dilemma is when basically Lawrence Kohlberg, when he was giving moral dilemmas to people, he said there's a man who didn't have the money, but his wife was dying, and he stole the medicine because he couldn't have the money. So Arunima has been told Heinz dilemma, and she reasons that the law wasn't set up for these circumstances. Taking the drug isn't really right, but it is justified. So I'm going to go with option one, which is morality of contrast of individual rights and of democratically. I don't know what, but basically, I think this is stage five. Arunima is in stage five. In stage four, where we are talking about social order, uh, they've called it social concern and conscience. I don't know which stage this is, because stage four is social law and order, where you believe that the law should be the same for everybody. When you reach stage five in the post conventional level, uh, you basically say that yes, law should be same for everybody, but there are individual differences. So when you're talking about individual rights, I'm going to go with one with a star on four, because they've not named it properly. Orientation towards punishment and obedience is stage one, so this is definitely not true. And instrumental purpose and exchange is stage two. This is also not true. So I'm going to go with morality of contrast of individual rights and of democratically. I don't know what that means. Which of the following statements about development is correct? So, development occurs in a spiral manner and it is not linear, is correct. It proceeds from general to specific. So, this is wrong. They are uh, dependent on each other. So, they're not independent, and it is a continuous process. So, development occurs in a spiral manner. This will be the correct answer. Which of the following is not an effective memory technique for meaningful learning? Effective memory technique. So rote rehearsals, anytime you're focusing on rote memorization, this will not be correct. So with that, we come to the end of CDP. This was set B. Do let me know in the comments below how much you are expecting, and follow me for your CTET preparations.